story begins with a merchant named Antonio. He had borrowed money from a Jewish moneylender named Shylock, but this came at a hefty price. If Antonio did not pay Shylock back in time, he would lose a pound of his flesh. Later on, Antonio's ships are reported lost at sea, leaving him broke and having nothing to pay Shylock back. Antonio is taken to court where a young woman named Portia disguises herself as a male lawyer and tries her best to defend Antonio.
What? Is Antonio here?
Ready, so please your grace.
I'm sorry for you. Thou art come to face a stony adversary, void and empty from any dram of mercy. Make room. Let him stand before our face. Shylock, dost thou show thy mercy and remorse to now exact the penalty, which is a pound of this poor merchant's flesh? Thou wilt not only lose the forfeiture, but touched with humane gentleness and love, forgive a moiety of the principal, glancing an eye of pity on his losses, to have of late so huddled on his back. We all expect a gentle answer, Shylock.
I have possessed your grace of what I purpose, without the due and forfeit of my bond.
How shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none? Bellario doth commend a young and learned doctor to our court. You are welcome. Take your place. Are you acquainted with this present difference, this present question hold in court?
I'm informed thoroughly of the cause. Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow. Be merciful, Shylock.
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
Quality of mercy is not strange. It droppeth, as a gentle rain from heaven upon the plates beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives, and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch, better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above the sceptred sway, is enthroned in the hearts of kings, is an attribute to God himself. An earthly power does show like as God, when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy, and that same prayer does teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoken thus much to mitigate thy plea, which, if thou follow this strict court of Venice, must needs give sentence against the merchant there.
My deeds upon my head. I crave the law.
Macbeth, Thane of Glamis, is promised more power than he has ever possessed by the three witches in the woods. After the encounter with the witches, Macbeth and Lady Macbeth kill the current king of Scotland, Duncan, to obtain the throne. Covered in guilt, blood, and angst, Lady Macbeth forms the habit of sleepwalking. The doctor and Lady Macbeth's gentlewoman watch her sleepwalk, where she accidentally reveals Duncan's murder. On the battlefield, when Macbeth hears about the death of Lady Macbeth, he is overtaken by all that has transpired and loses the meaning of life.
When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won. That will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath, there to meet with Macbeth.
Fair is foul, and foul is fair. Hovers through the fog and fills the air.
A drum, Macbeth doth come.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
What are these, so withered and so wild in their attire? Live you? Or are you aught that man may question?
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor. All hail Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter.
Stay, you imperfect speakers. Tell me more. I know I am Thane of Glamis, but how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief.
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success, and he bade me from him, called thee Thane of Cawdor, in which edition? Hail, the most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What? Can the devils be true?
Two truths are told, this happy prologue, swelling acts of the imperial theme.
This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dews of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor,
and shall be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear. Great Glamis, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all-hail hereafter. I feel the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see.
But we're done when 'tis done, and we're well it were done quickly. If assassination could trammel up the consequence, that this blow be the be-all and the end-all here, we jump the life to come. If we should fail...
We fail? But screw your courage to the sticking place and will not fail.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Thou marshest me the way I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. I go. It is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
Since His Majesty went into field, I have seen her rise from her bed, unlock her closet, take forth paper, write upon, read it, and return to bed, yet all this in a most fast sleep.
In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what, at any time, have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her. Lo you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life fast asleep. Observe her. Stand close.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but her sense are shut.
What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
This an accustomed act and wish you to see this washing her hands. I have known her continue in this a quarter of an hour. Yet, here's a spot. Out, damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2... Why then, time to do it. Fie, my lord, fie! A soldier and a seer? What need we fear who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet, who would have thought the old man who has so much blood in him?
Do you mark that? You have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not. I'm sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known. Does there be clean? Here's the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh, oh, oh! Wash your hands, put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. To bed, to bed! Come, come, come! Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone.
Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. More need to the divine than the physician. God forgive us all. The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace, day to day to the last syllable of reported time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools, way to dusty death. Out, out, breathes candle. Life's but a walking shadow, poor player that struts and frets upon his hour on the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Our next story takes place in Messina, Italy. The prince, Claudio, and Leonardo are walking through the garden. Claudio, who has fallen in love with Leonardo's daughter, Hero, spots Benedict, who has railed against love and marriage, hiding in an effort to eavesdrop. They believe that Benedict is secretly in love with Hero's cousin, Beatrice, who has a sharp wit with a tongue to match. In this scene, we will see Benedict and Beatrice tricked into revealing their true feelings for each other.
I do much wonder, seeing how much a man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love. Will, after he has laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love? And such a man is Claudio. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. I will not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster. But I'll take my oath on it. Till he's made an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. One woman is fair. Yet I am well. Another is wise. Yet I am well. Another virtuous. Yes, I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come in my grace. Which she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, or not I for an angel. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair, shall be of what color it please God. Ha! The prince and Monsieur Love. I will hide me in the arbor.
See you where Benedict has to himself?
Oh, very well, my lord.
Come hither, Leonardo. What was it you told me of today that your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict?
Oh, I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful that she should so dote on Signor Benedict, whom she hath in all our behavior since ever saw forth. Is it possible? Is the wind in that corner? By my troth, my lord, I cannot tell what to think of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection. It has passed infinite of thought.
Maybe she does the counterfeit.
Faith, like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit! There is never a counterfeit of passion came so near the life of passion that she discovers it.
Why? What affects the passion so cheap?
Bait the hook well. This fish will bite.
What affects, my lord? She will suit you. You heard my daughter tell you how.
He did indeed.
How? How, I pray you? You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit would have been invincible against all assaults of affection.
I would have sworn I had, my lord, especially against Benedict. I should think this a gull, but the white-bearded fellow speaks it. Knavery cannot, sure, hide himself in such reverence.
He hath taken the infection.
Has she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, and swears she never will. That's her torment.
'Tis true, so your daughter says. Shall I, says she, that so oft encountered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This she says when she's beginning to write to him, where she'll be up 20 times a night. There will she sit in her smock, till she has writ a sheet of paper. My daughter tells us all.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, she beats her heart, tears her hair. Oh, sweet Benedict, God give me patience!
She does indeed. My daughter says so. And the ecstasy so much overborne her that my daughter is sometimes afraid that she will do desperate hours to herself. It is very true.
It were good that Benedict knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it, and torment the poor lady worse.
And he should. It were an alms to hang it. She's an excellent, sweet lady, and, out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
And everything than loving Benedict.
Oh, my lord, I am sorry for her, as I have just caused, being her uncle and her guardian.
I pray you tell Benedict of it, and hear what he will say.
Were it good, think you?
You don't think surely she will die. But she says she will die if you love her not. She will die ere you make her love known to her, and she will die if you woo her rather than bait one's breath of her accustomed crossness.
Well, I am sorry for your niece. I love Benedict well. I could wish he would modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is, so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
If you do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectation.
Let there be the same net spread for her, and that your daughter and her gentlewoman must carry. The sport would be when they hold an opinion of another's dotage, and no such matter. That's the scene I would see, which will merely be a dumb show. Let us send her to call him into dinner.
It can be no trick. Conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. Seem to pity the lady. Love me? Why, It must be requited. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, that she would rather die than give any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they to hear that attraction can put them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis a truth. I can bear them blame. And virtuous. 'Tis so. I cannot reprove it. And why? But for loving me? By my troth, it is no addition to her wit, and no great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may, chance, have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, because I have railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? When I said I'd die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By this day, she is a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I'm sent to bid you. Come in to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains to those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
Then you take pleasure in the message?
Yea, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point and choke a dull withal. You have no stomach, signor. Fare you well.
Ha! Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, our talk must only be of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise man ever man more than. My talk to thee must be how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made, that only wounds by hearsay. Now begin, for look where Beatrice, like a lapwing, runs close by the ground to hear our conference.
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish, caught with her golden oars the silver stream, and greedily devour the treacherous bait. So angle we to Beatrice. Fear you not my part in the dialogue.
Then go we near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false, sweet bait that we lay forth. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new chosen lord.
And did they bid you tell him of it, madam?
They didn't entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection, and to never let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so?
Nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than her Beatrice. Disdain and scorn rise sparkling in her eyes and pride in what they look on, and her wit valued itself so highly that to her all matters else seem weak. She cannot love, nor take no shape nor pride in their sex. She is so self-indulgent.
Sure, I think so, and therefore certainly it were not good. She knew his love, lest she'll make sport at it.
Why, you speak true. I never yet saw a man, how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured, but she would spell him backwards. So turn she every man the wrong side out, and never give to truth and virtue that which that which merit and that which simpleness and merit purchase.
Sure. Such parsing is not commendable.
No, not to be so odd from all fashions as Beatrice is, cannot be commendable. But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air. Oh, she would laugh me out of myself, crush me to death with wit. Therefore, let Benedict, like covered fire, consume away inside, waste inwardly. It were a better death than die with mock, which is as bad as die with kisses.
Yet tell her of it. Hear what she'll say.
No, rather I will go to Benedict, and counsel him to fight against his passion.
She cannot be so much without true judgment, having such bliss and excellent wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedict.
He is the only man of Italy, always accepted my dear Claudia.
When are you married, madam?
Why, tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires, and have thy counsel, which is best to furnish me for tomorrow.
She's lying, I warrant you. We have caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by half. Some Cupid kill with arrows, some with traps.
What fires in mine ear? Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedict, Love on! I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee, binding our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it, better than reportingly.